Should Infinite return to the Sonic the Hedgehog series? Let's take a look. How is it going, everyone? Blueknight here, and welcome back to another Sonic the Hedgehog video. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about Infinite. You guys remember Infinite, right?
I am not weak!
Technically you are, because Shadow just took you down in like 5 seconds. But in all seriousness, should Infinite return to the series? In my personal opinion, I would say yes. I mean, his design, powers, voice, and personality was all done pretty good. Unfortunately, it's not exactly a simple yes or no answer, as there are many different factors to take into account, like overall character reception, game sales, and of course, Sega's ultimate decision on whether or not he does appear again. And, well, what I can gather from around the internet, the fan base has quite some varying opinions towards the character. Some fans like Infinite, some don't. Some fans have mixed feelings about Infinite. Primary criticisms being a wasted opportunity for the series and his backstory in episode Shadow. Now, I can agree that Infinite's character is a little bit underdeveloped, specifically the extent of his powers. Don't get me wrong. Very impressive, being able to create unexpected hazards through illusions as well as duplicate characters amongst other things. But, problem is, these were not fully realized. For example, Shadow states that the duplicates Infinite creates are as formidable as the originals, meaning we could have had perfect chaoses all over the place, instead we just got this. And fake Shadow being done for in one go. At least Zavok and Metal Sonic put up more of a fight. In episode Shadow, Infinite trapped Shadow in a virtual reality, creating a fake Rouge to try and deceive him. But Shadow notices the flaw in the story compared to what he heard from the real Rouge just moments before being stuck in this virtual reality.
Rouge, what happened to Omega?
Oh, who knows? We haven't heard a beep from him since he was dispatched last week.
I thought you said he was destroyed 3 months ago.
In any case, that Omega sure is a clumsy bucket of bolts, isn't he? Oh, I can't wait to see the look on that smashed-up tin can's face.
Are you really Rouge?
Of course I'm me. Just like how you're you.
This is where Omega was destroyed. But there's no sign of him here.
Sure seems that way. Probably because it never really happened.
What?
Affirmative. I have never known to defeat EVs.
Omega?
I am not defeated. I am not weak. I am not weak. I am not weak. I am not weak. I am not weak.
If Infinite could have done that, then why didn't he just create a fake Sonic after defeating him to trick the Resistance into thinking it's the real Sonic, thus leading to a who can you trust story aspect? Just imagine, we could have had Sonic fighting against himself. So he had some good potential that just went kind of unused, and he still has potential if he was to return some way, somehow, in a future game. Like, for example, someone over on my Reddit post about Infinite suggested that he could have a rivalry with Shadow, and I can definitely see that working considering the role Shadow had in Infinite's backstory. And this is where the other main criticism comes in.
Worthless. Don't show your pathetic face around me ever again.
I'm shaking. Me? Me? Afraid? Pathetic? Me? He's calling me weak? No, I am not weak. I'm not. I'm not weak. I am not weak.
Now, I can see why Infinite reacted like this, because he was with the Jackal Squad for some time before coming into contact with the Phantom Ruby and joining Eggman. He's likely had so many victories beforehand that he didn't know what it was like to actually lose. It was also likely the first time anyone ever called him worthless or pathetic, causing him to absolutely lose it, suggesting that he thought very highly about himself, which seemed to have worsened after Eggman fused the Phantom Ruby to him. And Infinite's theme, which a number of fans actually do like, does seem to support this theory, as it gives like a glimpse into his thinking post Phantom Ruby fusing. So I'll play at least 26 seconds of his theme so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. To get an even better idea, I suggest listening to the whole thing.
I'm the tallest of mountains, I am the roughest of waves. I'm the toughest of terrors, I am the darkest of days. I'm the last one that's standing, don't try to stand in my way. Cause I've been up against better, just take a look at my face. Cause if you're messing with me, I am a dangerous weapon. I am the sharpest of blades, I'll cut you down in a second. Cause I was born in this pain, it only hurts if you let it. So if you think you can take me, then you should go and forget it.
That's deep. Criticisms and personal analysis aside though, Infinite was a pretty dark and edgy character, rivaling Shadow there, but also he's seen as one of the better Sonic villains in a very long time from the fanbase, being received better than Zavok, who for some reason Sega keeps using again and again and again, despite very mixed reactions to those characters in Lost World. But hey, if Zavok can keep coming back, then Infinite can too, right? Well, that's the thing. Spoilers ahead for those who haven't played Forces. To avoid these, go to the timestamp that you see on the screen. In terms of story purposes, well, it doesn't exactly show what happened to Infinite in the end of Forces. The Phantom Ruby was destroyed, but that's about all we know. So we can't exactly say what happened to Infinite since he went with the Ruby. That's it. We do have Team Sonic Racing though, which had the Phantom Ruby in its advertising, the sounds of it in the music, and we got a Death Egg Robot Sentinel, which I have no idea if Eggman made those in Forces or if that was a result of the Phantom Ruby. So I'd say he could return. After all, Sega has Infinite completely off limits in the IDW comics for some unknown reason. Sega also did the same thing with the Sonic Boom villain, Lyric, which placed him completely off limits to the Archie comic series at the time. But I just have a feeling that Infinite is going to be brought back. I mean, with all the effort that they put into the character with the prequel comic, the backstory, theme song, etc., etc. I mean, in Adventure 2, more spoilers ahead by the way, they made it appear that Shadow was gone for good, and guess what? He appeared in the next 3 games due to his popularity and added backstory. Last thing to take into consideration is the game's overall sales. Sega themselves said that Forces performed strongly, but in scores, maybe not so much. According to VG charts, the game sold roughly 1.5 million physical copies across PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Digital sales would likely take these numbers up way higher, but these are just rough estimates. Now, that's not bad for Infinite's debut game, and it's great news as it's a much better improvement over what happened with the first 2 Sonic Boom games, as both of those games' sales combined was around 620,000 copies as of May 2015. So again, I think Infinite should at least get another chance in the series, as there is a lot of potential here for his character. Whether that be including the Phantom Ruby or not, that's another story entirely. But in the end, it's all really up to Sega to bring him back. Knowing how they are, they likely will. But what do you guys think about Infinite? You think that he should return, or do you think that he's had his chance? Be sure to let me know in the comments section below, and be sure to stay tuned to the channel for the latest Sonic the Hedgehog content coming to you at the speed of sound. Once again, thank you all so much for watching and supporting the channel. I've been Blueknight, and I will see you guys back here next time. Goodbye.